Hello Virgos and welcome to your September 2023 reading. And also happy birthday, happy solar return. May all the light and love be on your path this year for your expansion, your joy, and all of it. So, I meditated on your energy. And here, very interestingly enough, you begin the month and you arrive in the month. Here we have a page of cup, knight of sword, and the fool. So this is a grand gesture kind of thing, okay? Knight of sword, it holds the truth in his heart. The fool is ready to jump into it for that cup. Is it that this was offered to you, or maybe you did this grand gesture, or this is this kind of, doesn't have to be in love. It can be, oh my God, this is what I love and I'm going for it. I'm doing it in a project, in a self-expression, in anything that brings emotional satisfaction, joy, peace, serenity. Then, after this big movement, we have judgment with the Ten of Cups in reverse. So, and this often happens when we're blasted with positive vibes or light or love, or, we're invaded by it. What often happens is that anything that is opposite of it will kind of want to rise to the surface. Hint, the judgment card. Okay? Like imagine everything is a vibration. So imagine the trumpet of an angel that is vibrating, trumpeting here. So everything that is opposite of that, or that actually needs to be addressed, will rise from the bottom of the sea. So that means from our unconscious, our subconscious, old past memories. Water is also memory, will come to the surface to be addressed. And it is the parts of us that have a hard time seeing the joy, the pleasure, receiving it from others, seeing it outside of us. The Ten of Cups is when, you look at the rain, you find it beautiful and you're fed by it. You look at the sun and it's the same thing. When we're like this, we look at the rain and we see everything that can be negative about the rain. We look at the sun, we're too hot. So it's having a hard time to see the light in the memories, in the water, the vibrations, and all of that. There are old parts of you that will come up with this. So that might hit like a bit of a down. But don't take it as, oh, there's a down, oh my God, there it is. No, they're coming up to be addressed, to be healed, so that you can truly enjoy that new cup. So what will happen is that after, might put a little stop or a hold on your first impulse here. So, and that's okay, giving you the time to do this. That means that as soon as you've done that, bang, after your Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, you'll be in action, growing that cup, feeling that cup, being active with that cup. So what prevents you from doing it is going to come up. And that is normal. So, okay, under the Page of Cup and the Fool and the Knight of Sword, we have you, Queen of Pentacle. And under that, we have Page of Pentacle with the Nine of Sword. And there it is. Here, the old parts coming up that have a hard time just floating in happiness here. It's because they have anxiety when it comes to making that cup, which we understand water is not solid, isn't it? It's a vibration, it's an idea, it's a feeling. Not quite an idea, but it supports ideas. So when it comes to implanting it, there your anxiety comes up. So that would be like if you have this great inspiration, you feel it all the way down to the core of your soul, but to actually make it happen, that's when the anxiety comes in. Here we have sleepless night. Under our judgment, we have the lovers in reverse. And we have Six of Cups, Page of Swords, and Death in reverse. A lot of reverses here. But reversals are like when we're experimenting one side of the coin. Once we understand it, it can actually switch on the other side. We have to be conscious of these things in order to live consciously the other side. What is it? There's a decision to be made. There's an inspired decision to be made. So let's say you had your amazing inspiration, truth in your heart, purpose of what you would love, or whatever it is for you. As long as you're not actively in it, it remains a potential that can carry all the fears that goes with it. You have to make a decision, lovers. So here, because of what comes up, you'll have a hard time making a decision, because there's something you need to understand about your heart chakra, about allowing you to follow in a free, balanced way what you love. There's something you need to understand, and there's something that needs to be transformed. That's Scorpio. And Scorpio is there to help us eliminate, transform the old waters that can be corrupted or distorted. That means memories, old emotions, and things like that. So it's like your old stuff, okay? And so as long as you are not knowledgeable of what is hidden in your heart chakra, that needs to be forgiven, that needs to be moved on, okay? Maybe when you were young, something really hurt you when it comes to following your heart, or just receiving a cup, okay? So as long as you haven't addressed that, this is going to be bugging you behind your head, and it's going to prevent you from being in the serendipity of life and just enjoying the ride of that cup under the status quo kind of thing. There it is. It's going to be revealed to you. It's going to be revealed to you how here, that cup, that kind of got to you. The parts that are going to come up are going to be parts that are going to say, nah, it's not real. It's not true. Been there, done that. I don't see it. Because I see life through the cups that I've lived. And you're gonna, moon in reverse, what was hidden, acting from behind the scene, will be shown. You will see this. And it is at that point that you will have to turn the page, forgive, move on. And when I say forgive, it's not a question of, wiping the slate clean of whomever wounded you in a way that you cannot trust and believe in a cup that you have no reference to. That the divine would bring you this, but you can only see it from its maybe a critical potential pain side. It's a question of detaching ourselves from the choppy waters, from the blurry memories, to bring the wisdom of it, but to use our will to actually go past it. Six of Swords. Right now it's in reverse. And I think that for some of you, you will switch it at the end of the month so that you can be enjoying that water and knowing that you have what it takes to plant that seed and go for it. And others of you will still be maybe processing this, because we're all different. So there you go. Let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Virgos. All right. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Virgos for the month of September 2023. And you have your new moon around the 15th. And the full moon will be in Aries at the end of the month. So here with all these wands and wanting to move into action, because this is really something that is paralyzing you from moving into action towards something that you would really love. So you can be maybe helped by the full moon, because it will shed the light on what is hidden, that is preventing you being in action. All right, let's look at the Page of Cup, Knight of Sword, and the Fool. Ooh, all right. So we have Judgment, and here this one is in reverse. Judgment and our Page of Pentacle. And here I have the Seven of Pentacle in reverse. Like, we want to be in action. But I think that, you know, we're so projecting our old wounds and what that cup can bring, what that pentacle could become, that this is stopping us. And why? Because there's still an old wound in there. That's when we do our projections. That's when our dreams and our nightmares are all mixed together. And every time you will be confronted with something that will change your life, that will bring this huge movement forward or change in your life, all the parts of you that, you know, would prefer status quo because they know it, will come up and argue with you within yourself. That's normal. So here, you're going to face that because you've received a lot of light and love and probably a beautiful insight. So, judgment. Judgment about that Page of Pentacle that is in reverse. About the part of you that cannot plant it. Let's look at your Queen of Pentacle. And the Queen of Pentacle is that feminine aspect that usually knows. Here is the Page of Cup. Ace of Sword in reverse. And here I have the Two of Cups. For a lot of you, it's a romantic thing. Okay? And it's almost like I feel it, I know it, but it will never become concrete maybe. Or I don't dare making it concrete. But that's because there's an information missing, and it's probably a bit of leftover abandonment issues. But let's see. What is the source of the anxiety, Spirit? What is the source of the anxiety? I'm juggling because I'm using my past sorrows, disappointments to defeat myself. And I want to be right that this will go nowhere. So my old Three of Swords, if you look at that guy, he's actually using 3 swords out of 5 to defeat these 2 other guys. And the Three of Swords is our sorrows and disappointments. The beliefs that we had at one point that we pulled from a hurtful situation. And we pulled a conclusion, it became a belief. But these beliefs actually put a gray cloud over everything and hurt our heart when it's trying to expand. Ow. It can't expand too much because there's that sword there in it. And here, my mind is actually using these beliefs to cut my own legs. So that would be like, of course it's impossible, not for you, Virgo, or you can't, start that project or start that relationship because of the economics, because of this or that, or because things never work, or whatever is your belief. So the anxiety, that creates anxiety, that makes you juggle, that makes you have a hard time seeing how this can be a potential of, that it's possible for you to be in the Ten of Cups. Let's look at the judgment on the Ten of Cups here that we had. Judgment on the Ten of Cups. So it's really, what is happiness? And is happiness something that happens to us? Or are we the ones creating it because we're expecting it? By playing life. By, planting the seeds of it. By accomplishing ourselves. By being in the clan. Happiness is a state of being. And so here there's such a fear of it not being accessible, or there's a judgment that needs to be pulled on that. And as I'm talking, I'm stopping on the Chariot because, Chariot card of success, of movement forward. And we have to be fulfilled and happy on the traveling towards our success, not rushing, being filled with anxiety until we succeed, because then it's never going to happen. So let's look at here, what is the judgment on the Ten of Cups? Okay. So, is there another card? It seems to be thick. Yes. All right. So, status quo on the movements, okay? Until you look at a different angle, what is in your heart chakra. And here, I have the Six of Swords again. There's something that you need to forgive, to turn the page on. What do I have to become mentally in peace with, so that it doesn't affect me emotionally anymore? So that my heart chakra can be freed and can start, I'm going to bring what I love, whether it is my heart to someone else, my art, my myself, and what I want to bring forward that makes me happy, my knowledge, my service, my whatever it is. I need to be sure that it's going to be met and exchanged, and it's going to create joy around me. Then I can be in the movement of doing this and enjoying it all the way in the process. Let's look at that Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. What is it that I need to understand or let die? Here with Scorpio, death. Ten of Wands. And here I have the King of Cups in reverse, carrying all things that prevent us to be emotionally secure in what we're gonna bring. If that guy's like this, he knows he can never drown. Even if the waters are crazy around him, he holds his cup. He's on a throne that goes all the way to the bottom of the sea. He cannot be hurt. by somebody not receiving his cup. Okay? If I offer something and I am in front of somebody that cannot perceive the quality of what I'm offering, whenever it is, if I'm in the King of Cup in reverse, I'm going to be devastated by that, because it's my self-worth that's going to be in that cup also. Here, 10 of Wands. Time to release and let die all the weight that you've been carrying on your shoulders, so that you can start that new venture light as a page with an Ace of Wands, to have that new energy. Lionsgate, Leo, maybe this you've received during Lionsgate. It's very, probable. Aligned with Sirius, and here receiving like a brand new passion, direction, whatever it is for you. But that means in order to take the new, I gotta release the past, the bad past. Let's look at that. 8 of Wands and Knight of Wands. So it's like it's giving you something, but then you get the breaks right away after from Neptune. Yes, because you see, even though you received your Knight of Swords upright, because of your King of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Swords has been corrupted by old lies, old deductions, okay? You will have to go knowing that that cup exists, that cup that you've received. You're going to have to trust yourself that this is really, that cup that you received. You're going to have to get out of your head, take that cup, take that inspiration, aspiration, water of potential, joy, love, grace, whatever it is. You're going to have to identify, what do I really want? Do I want to be right about my past heartaches and that that's my truth for me? Or do I want to go for that joy? The moon in reverse, what did it reveal for you? What will the moon reveal for you? What will the moon reveal for you? Because it has to change your perspective and get you out of an emotional prison. It's going to show you your King of Cups in reverse. So here's a little pack, but okay. Here's that Ace of Wands I was talking about. In order to take the new, we need to release the whole bunch of wands that we had. And we cannot use that wand to resist and protect ourselves, because this means that we would be in anxiety about the new beginning. We need to know that we have what it takes. So if emotionally you're not being backed up emotion, maybe outside of you, for some of you, outside of you, you are not backed up emotionally, but this can only affect you if you believe it inside. It all starts with ourselves. You need to back yourself up emotionally. You need to have your King of Cup behind you, making you honor the cup that is there, knowing that it's there, going for it. And even if your mirrors in your life don't see it, too bad, because that's how you're going to go towards your success, your aspiration. And I think that maybe for some of you, you will heal, process those 3 swords until you're ready to really release, let go, forgive, in order to be able to invest in you after, to love you enough to be into action towards your dream, towards what you want, towards that new beginning that is there for you. So Um, it's a big process, but this is addressing what is holding you back. This is it, okay? And we are not at that stage when we don't have something to actually propulse us. We don't notice we're being held back. So it's the other side of the gift. I receive a gift. What's preventing me from taking it and going with it? I have to be conscious of why in order to eliminate it. So it's going to be that. What is holding me back? That's going to be your title. So on this, my beautiful Virgos, it's a long video, I think. But I'm sending you all my love and light again for your birthday. If you need a private reading, the website is below. You go on it and you schedule a reading in the service section. It's very easy and user-friendly. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations, new moons, full moons. I ask the universe to give you back in the way that you need. And on this, namaste, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye. Oh, there it is.